Welcome back to another Playing Friends Epic Rated Levels. So the first one I'm playing is Flowlit Serit by Funky Percy. I've always loved Funky Percy's levels. I've always found them very interesting, very vibrant, usually have very good effects and nice deco. This seems to be no exception. I like the glow usage. I'm liking the use of rainbow blocks here. You don't see them used that often. I feel like this part doesn't really fit into the rest of the level that well. This is definitely a collab. Most of the gameplay is absolutely excellent, especially in this part. This part's really fun. The only bit that is hard to read in terms of gameplay is this first bit here, but once you've done it once, it's really easy. I wish the two parts tied in together a bit more. Usually when you do a collab, you try and match your style to the other person's. That's why I like doing many collabs. But in this one, that's kind of just been neglected, which is a shame. I don't know how this would work, but some more indicators in Funky Percy's drop part would really be beneficial to the gameplay. Apart from the lack of cohesion, this is a really good level. The gameplay in the 80 range is really awkward, and it's so unreadable because there's loads of invisible blocks. It's unfortunate because this is a really good level that is being let down by a lack of cohesion and bad gameplay. This has so much potential to be such a good level, and I still do think it's epic worthy. It's just a real shame to see something fall short with things that are really easy to fix. Okay, the last part let it down, unfortunately. It feels very unpolished at the end, and the gameplay is really annoying. It's still a pretty solid level though. Purity by Brian C2. This is very early 2.1. That transition is awful. There's nothing special about it, which leads me to believe that it really shouldn't have been epic. A lot of the parts are fairly messy. It's a kind of weird vibe of this level. There's some decent colour choices, I guess. The designs are very bland, but they're not bad. There's nothing particularly wrong with it, there's just not loads right with it as well. The gameplay's fairly fun though. Very mediocre level. Glowlith by O'Keen, formerly known as No Week. Striking colours, weird saws. Definitely an improvement from the Brian C2 level though. I just got to have a brief look at the other part, and it looked like there was no deco whatsoever here. This is now just a layout with some very awkward gameplay. I really don't know why this is epic. There's a lot of overscale glow, it's really messy, it's very static. The colours are good in the first part. All in all, the gameplay is really awkward. I'm surprised this is rated, let alone epic. This part really was a letdown. I didn't realise it would be this bad. I need to check how old this level is. This gameplay is so unpredictable. I like this bit. Okay, so it's picking up in terms of design. It looks quite decent now. The blocks are too transparent for my liking though. It's also really laggy. With a level without much going on, it's very surprising for this to be lagging as much as it is. The overscale glow at the bottom and the top looks really grainy. It's not really nice. I know it's old and I shouldn't really be judging it in today's standards, but come on, this is atrocious. This really isn't pleasant to play. Oh, I didn't realise there were arrows, that's me being stupid. The arrows could be more visible in my defence. The lack of design is really getting to me here, but the background does look quite cool. I appreciate the neon style. However, it is 5 years old. Stressy by Rob Zombie GD. I don't know why there's indicators there, but I'm liking this so far. It's looking clean, it's looking arty. I've recently featured in a Rob Zombie collab. I don't think it got rated, but it was pretty good. Yeah, this isn't bad. I like the colours, the art's not bad. The designs are very basic, but for their time, I feel like they're pretty good. I can see why this got epic back in the day. There needs to be a bit more air deco and something on the top and the bottom, but it's not awful. Deselecting glow would help. Very average level, probably was really groundbreaking back in its time. So for those of you who are interested, this is the level that I was in. It's an absolute banger, go play it. The next level I'm going to play is Yakumo by Violet SE. Clean, I'm liking this. It reminds me of Optical, which means I'm going to play the Optical level next. It's not actually by Optical, but it's called Optical, and I'm guessing it's inspired by. But this is really clean, I like the colours. This is a really cool level. This background's really clever. The colours are brilliant. The custom jump rings aren't bad, they're not too confusing. This is just a simply very solid level. Okay, that kind of came out of nowhere because of the foreground. I like the touch of having an LDM specifically for this part. This is the most laggy part of the level. The custom jump rings are getting slightly confusing in this bit. Nice. And the art's quite cool as well. Good level. Next level is Optical by Blow My Poo. Optical usually has a very clean style, which this isn't, but the effects are incredible. I have no idea how to do this. I think Optical did do a tutorial on how to do it though. It's not bad, there's not much to say. The effects are fairly interesting. I'm not a fan of the custom jump rings. It's surprisingly readable, even though I've just died. This part is pretty cool. It's a shame that the background's saying blow Optical though. Oh, the gameplay at the end is letting this level down. The gameplay in general hasn't been great for this though. This kind of reminds me of Motley Hawk more than Optical. Except Motley had good gameplay. It's a shame that the good parts are diluted by some pretty naff ones. Okay, good. Okay, so I was planning on doing more for this video, but I'd prefer to split the video in half and have 2 shorter videos. That's usually better for audience retention. So, I'll see you in the next one, I suppose. Next one's number 10. Bye!